What is up, YouTube? It's me. Hold on. What is up, YouTube? It's me, VWalk71, replaced today with the 4. And today, I have my WWE Elimination Chamber 2014 review. Now, this pay-per-view was good. Like, this might have been one of the best pay-per-views I've seen this year, because the Royal Rumble wasn't that good. Now, this video, just to give you a little warning, this video might be up Sunday or Monday. Either way, it's still gonna be up on my channel Sunday or Monday, and I have some other stuff planned this week, probably a story time, but I'll save that up. Anyway, let's get it started. The pre-show match. Now, this time I decided to watch the second half of the pre-show match because I was busy at the gym putting in that work, and I didn't pay attention to the kickoff show, the pre-show. But the match was Ryback, aka the Step Brothers, versus the Brotherhood, Cody Rhodes and Goldust. And honestly, it was a pre-show match. It was an average match. It was a match you would probably enjoy if you were watching Raw main event. What was that, the show Superstars or SmackDown? It's one of them type of matches. So then we open up the show with Big E versus Jack Swagger and a Intercontinental Championship. And honestly, this match, this showed me that Big E can be a WWE or a World Heavyweight Champion, because he proved to me tonight that he can do more stuff. Like the stuff I've seen Big E do in this match, I never thought he could do. Like the insecurity kick he did when he reversed out of the ankle lock. And Jack Swagger too, he did prove to me that he still got it. You know, back when he was back in ECW, when he was like a top star, he still got some of it, but not all of it. He's gonna improve it, I hope. But the ending was that Jack Swagger had Big E in the ankle lock, the Patriot Act as they like to call it. He had him locked up, and somehow Big E twisted himself and kind of like a little insecurity kick, you can say, and then he reversed it right into a big ending, which was out of control. And what was crazy is after he won, I was excited because we all know I'm a Big E fan. Like, I make my universe mode, it's around Big E. I'm planning on getting a Big E shirt in the next couple of months. But the next match that was on the card was the Tag Team Championship match. And this was also a good match, but a crappy finish. Okay, so we had the Usos. We all thought the Usos was going to win versus the New Age Outlaws, because the New Age Outlaws are old, crusty, dusty, and rusty. They're old. They're from the Attitude Era. Like, they're the Tag Team Champions. Like I said, they beat the Brotherhood on the pre-show of the Royal Rumble. But they defended each other, and it was a good match because the Usos get to show what they can do more than the New Age Outlaws did, because the New Age Outlaws basically took most of the moves, like a super kick, the Samoan drop, what was that move that Bully Ray does, the Bully Bomb or whatever he calls it, whatever that move to I guess a sit down drop or something, full Nelson sit down bomb, I guess you can call it. But the ending was very crappy because right when I believe Jey Uso came up with the super kick on Roller Dog, took him out. Billy Gunn came up with the roll up pin, and 1, 2, 3 they retained the championships. But the Usos completely no sold the thing, like they didn't lose, like they just won. But by the way, Bad News Barrett is out of control. He came up mostly after every single match just to say something bad, just to give some bad news, and which was hilarious. But the next match on the card was was a pretty dull match, which was Darren Young versus Titus O'Neil. And we all know who's gonna win, Titus O'Neil, because honestly Darren Young had nothing going for him when we was with the primetime players. Like, he hasn't shown me that he's like great. I'm not trying to hate on him or anything. He needs to prove to me why he's like, you know, the guy. And then Titus O'Neil has always been proving to me he's very entertaining. They've both been entertaining, but it's been mostly Titus O'Neil. And he proved to me that he can be good on his own, but I hope he doesn't get the Shad and JTG push that they had with Crime Time, because I don't know if you remember, Crime Time was a good tag team, and they broke up. They were friends. They broke up as a tag team, and they went on singles. Where's JTG? Still with WWE? What is he doing? Nothing. And what happened to the big guy, who happens to be Titus O'Neil? And what happened to Shad? He got released from the WWE. He tried to have a singles run, but he got released. And I hope that just doesn't happen, because they tend to do that. They keep one person from the tag team group and then release the guy who has the most potential probably, and then do nothing with the guy who was supposed to be in there. So he's good as being released. So I hope they don't do that to Titus O'Neil nor Darren Young. I just need Darren Young to prove to me why he's like why he's good on his own. Maybe he'll do something. But the next match on the card was probably the match of the year right now. The match I've been waiting for since I heard about the Wyatt family. Since the Wyatt family's debut, and when the Shield during the summer, when the Shield was getting like really popular and they were getting over, the Shield versus the Wyatt family, which was the greatest match I've seen this year. Better than the Royal Rumble for sure. And not better. It's a contender with Cesaro versus Cena, and a contender with Wyatt versus Daniel Bryan. But this was a good match. Like, this match was crazy, out of control, spots and spots. I think every single person had their Elimination Chamber moment. I wouldn't say WrestleMania moment, but they had their moment to shine. It was one spot. I'm just skipping because they fought, and it was one spot where Seth Rollins went crazy. He started going ham. He just started to go crazy on Luke Harper. I keep calling him Luke Rowan. He went ham on Luke Harper. He went crazy. He started to go crazy. Did a little outside dive, a little basic generic high fly stuff. But something that amazed me was that Luke Harper, a big guy who was a really big guy, did a outside dive. He did that, and I was completely surprised. I was like, wow. And then Seth Rollins did a crazy outside dive that I'd never seen him do before. I've seen him do some crazy stuff, but that's probably one of the craziest things I've seen him do before. And there was another spot where Dean Ambrose basically was taken out because he started to fight Bray Wyatt, because they was about to put Seth Rollins to the table. And the Dean Ambrose started to fight Bray Wyatt, and they went over the barricade, and I guess Bray Wyatt did something to take out Dean Ambrose, because he didn't come back for the rest of the match. So then Roman Reigns and Rollins was left against the Wyatt family, and this started to make the Wyatt family look really strong. They started to beat up Seth Rollins, and they actually put him through the Spanish announce table. Hashtag rest in peace the Spanish announce table. But they double chokeslammed him through it, and I thought that was crazy. Seth Rollins sold the crap out of it, and Seth Rollins, he did a good job on making it look realistic or whatever. And then next, Roman Reigns, probably going to be the next John Cena of the WWE. Roman Reigns went off. Okay, first he started to jump him, but it was a moment right here. He started to go off. He started to just start Superman punching everybody. Right here, Bray Wyatt was about to go for the sister Abigail, and Roman Reigns got out of it. He started to fight. He actually was about to spear Bray Wyatt until Luke Harper, I keep saying Luke Rowan. Wait, hold up. Before I mention, everybody stepped it up. Everybody, even Eric Rowan. I didn't even think he was going to step it up. But I said the same thing about Roman Reigns before, and now look at him. So, yeah, anyway, back to it. I'm speechless. Roman Reigns speared the living crap out of Luke Harper. And then after he did that, Bray Wyatt came up with some type of crazy, I guess, body dive into him and hit him with Sister Abigail. 1, 2, 3, the end of the match. But what an ending! But what a match! That was a great match. That was a match I wanted to see. And I'm glad it happened, because I've been saying the Wyatt family needs to face the Shield one time, and this is if this is the only match they're ever gonna get together, this is probably gonna be their best match ever. One more thing, all 6 of them were in the WWE's developmental center, the developmental with FCW/NXT. They all have been through it, and they all have been through it, and that just shows how WWE makes their stars during the developmental down there in Florida. That's like, it shows that they know what they're doing with the superstars, because if these six guys from the developmental center from NXT/FCW if these guys can make a freaking match of the year, that's how you know WWE is making their next stars. Because if the developmental people are doing as good as the main event people who've been there for years and years, then you know that they're taking their developmental seriously, and that they're not playing no games, that they mean business. And the next match, we had a time filler match. It was AJ Lee versus Cameron for the Divas Championship. Honestly, I wanted to turn off my computer. I could not watch it. I mean, I was half paying attention. I was on my iPad tweeting because I thought Naomi was gonna come out, because I was still wondering why AJ Lee was out, because I out in the ring. I haven't seen her on TV in a while, so this is like weird. And then when she said my challenger, I thought, when I heard the music, I thought, oh, Naomi's back, but then it was Cameron. I wasn't mad. I like Cameron and Darren Young. They can't prove to me why they're good. Like, I'm not trying to hate on them or anything, but they can never prove to me why they're like good, why they deserve to be like getting championship opportunities. But the match ended. It was a short match. You know how Divas matches are. It was a short match. Tamina actually accidentally super kicked AJ Lee, so after she did that, I literally was about to pull my hair out, because she was Cameron went for the pin, but Naomi took out the ring, clotheslined her, and then stomped on her back, like, you know what bullies do. And it was a moment in the ring where I felt like they might be breaking up, Tamina and AJ Lee, because when she was like holding her jaw from that super kick, she was like, I was trying to do whatever I was trying to do to protect and whatever, you know. And she looked at her, pulled the title, start holding up. So I think it's sensing they're gonna break up. They're gonna be on their own and whatnot, so on and so on. Now the next match, Batista versus Alberto Del Rio. Now, honestly, this match right here was honestly a waste of my time. I like Batista. Batista was like one of the coolest people. He fell off. He needs to be training again, because this match was so bad. Like, Alberto Del Rio, he's not that good of a wrestler in itself. He got his little couple of moves, the arm breaker, the tilt-a-whirl back breaker, the little stuff that he works with the arm. But it was very predictable. Like, we all know Batista's gonna win, so that he can look good for his WrestleMania 30 match, which is gonna be terrible, but we'll get to that later. But what was terrible was Alberto came out looking injured, and as predicted, he hit him with the crutches. He had his wrestling gear on under, as predicted, and started attacking him, blah blah. They start to fight, and then Batista came out with a Batista bomb. He got booed out of the arena, worse than Cena ever got booed. 1, 2, 3, Batista won. Yeah, blah. That was like, oh, that was terrible. But then we have our main event, the Elimination Chamber match with Cesaro, Sheamus, Randy Orton, Daniel Bryan, John Cena, and Christian for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And honestly, this is one of the greatest Elimination Chamber matches I've seen. I've seen a lot, because I have the DVD, the Satan's Prison Elimination Chamber anthology, whatever it was, where they go down the history of the Elimination Chamber, and they got a lot of the matches. So I was watching it to get turned up for this pay-per-view. And this was a good match. Cesaro and Sheamus started out in the ring, and then Christian. Was it Christian? No, it was Daniel Bryan came out. He started to go crazy. Then after that, I think Christian came out, and then Cena, and then Orton. But what was crazy is that it was crazy, man. This was very technical. It's showing what like the future stars are gonna do, and it's showing what everybody else is, what's going on with WWE and their superstars. Now, the thing I did not like is the result, but I'm gonna go over that a little bit later, right after I review this match. And honestly, it was a good match. Cesaro got his moves in. It was a Cesaro swing on Orton. Sheamus kicked Cena. Daniel Bryan and Cena got into it. Christian did a frog splash off of the top of the pot, which has been seen before, so I wasn't that amazed of it. The Wyatt family interfered to attack Cena, which made Cena get eliminated. Kane came in to interfere the match, but I'm gonna go how each of the eliminations. So the first elimination was Sheamus. He took a frog splash. From the top of the pod from Christian. I wasn't amazed, because honestly, it's been seen before. Everybody has done it. The next Christian elimination was that he got the knees to the face, the Buzakai, whatever it's called, knees, the running knee strike to the face, and he lost. And honestly, I wish Brock Lesnar attacked him, because Christian barely did anything. He just did the frog splash. That was it. and he hit the kill switch on somebody on Daniel Bryan, but Daniel Bryan kicked out. But then the next thing that happened, was the elimination of Cesaro. Now Cesaro, I can't believe the way he eliminated. He tapped out. Yes, he tapped out to John Cena's STF, and he tapped out to the thing. And honestly, it was a very disappointing way to get him out. He could have just took an attitude adjustment, lost, boom. But instead, it made him look a little weak. I didn't like that. But the next elimination was John Cena, and the way it happened was that the Wyatt family came out, and they somehow got into the cage, and they had jumped him. First of all, Daniel Bryan tried to, be the hero. He tried to attack them. It wasn't his type of fight, because they kicked the crap out of him, and he was done. And it was crazy. And Cena got jumped, and then Randy Orton took the pin. Then we got to our final two, Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton. And honestly, this was crazy because every time Daniel Bryan would go for a thing, Kane would come in just to mess with him, and Daniel Bryan kept getting him. But I swear, like, I think Daniel Bryan should have won, because nobody wants to see the WrestleMania 30 main event, because Randy Orton won the friggin' Elimination Chamber and retained his title. So at WrestleMania 30 we have one confirmed match, which is Bautista versus Randy Orton for the WWE World Champion. Excuse me, for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And honestly, this is going to be one of the most boring, one of the worst main events in WWE history for WrestleMania, because you have nobody to get behind, because nobody likes Batista right now. Nobody likes Randy Orton right now. They're both boring. They're both getting booed out of the arena. I personally like Batista. I don't like Randy Orton. He's annoying to me. He's getting boring. He was boring kind of as a face once he was like a couple of years into it, and he's boring now as a heel, and he hasn't even been a heel for a full-fledged year. And one confirmed main event, which is Batista versus Randy Orton, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And one thing that Randy Orton did, he tried to get himself in the pod to get ahead, because they were trapping him. They trapped him, but Sheamus broke kicked the pod, and it opened, and he got that whooping. He got that word. He got that word from Sheamus. Sheamus put it. He beat him up. But anyway, we have one confirmed match for WrestleMania 30. I'll say it one more time: Bautista versus Randy Orton for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And honestly, I give this pay-per-view a 9. It was good, but if Daniel Bryan would have won, it would have been a 10. Don't call me a fanboy, because think about it. At WrestleMania 30, you have nobody to get it behind, and this is your main event match, and you have nobody to get behind. If Daniel Bryan would have won, everybody would have won before Daniel Bryan. Probably would have won, retained it. But we have nobody to get behind, because nobody likes Batista. Nobody likes Randy Orton. So I give it a 9 because of the Shield match. The Shield wide match. Biggie won. I'm happy. Anyway, guys, you know what to do. Like, comment, favorite, subscribe. Follow me on Twitch. I'm going to be live streaming soon. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. All the social medias that everybody's on these days. And anyway, guys, peace. I'm outie.